Hi guys, Jackie Sloman here, founder of Nutrition on the Mat and the High Performance Weight Cut, where we show wrestlers how to lose 10 pounds in 24 hours while eating and drinking more and dramatically improving their strength and performance on the mat. And in this video, what I want to talk to you guys about today is how female wrestlers during their time of the month can still have a high performance weight cut and still make weigh-ins using this process. So this is actually a question that I get asked all of the time. I have female wrestlers reaching out to me saying, hey, your program looks great, having a high performance weight cut looks great, but unfortunately I can't do it. It's not possible for me as a female wrestler. And I'm gonna just debunk that myth right now. I understand why you would think that, but it's absolutely not true. And I'm going to explain why and what the differences are for female wrestlers. So you guys absolutely have some more complex challenges in addition to just making weight the regular way, right? So during PMS, during your menstruation cycle, a lot of women absolutely do have bloating, they have increased water retention, and they have a more difficult time getting that water weight off. So that is absolutely true. This happens, generally speaking, a few days before your period, usually 2 to 3. It's actually something that's called the luteal phase of menstruation for you science nerds. Not super necessary to know, but in case you're curious. And during this process, the body releases hormones that tell it to hold on to more water, retain that during your period. So there's actually 3 things that you can do today to not only get your body to stop fighting you during your period, but be able to have a high performance weight cut. So first things first, I always recommend track your period for a few months. And what I mean by that is when you can understand exactly when you have difficulty losing water weight, so when that bloating starts typically before your period, when that water retention happens, it's going to be a lot easier to work around it. So I always recommend people, mark a calendar. If your periods are regular, kind of try to estimate the time of the month each time that's going to happen. And then a few days beforehand, hop on the scale each morning, see what your weight is, see when the dramatic shifts in your weight happen. And as usual, I always tell people it's not real water, it's not real weight, it's just water weight. So you don't have to be discouraged, but knowing how it works is half of the process. So that is step 1. Step 2 is going to be actually working with some supplements to help ease this process. So a lot of wrestlers that I work with, you guys know, I don't typically recommend supplements first as opposed to food, because most vitamins and minerals, most of what we need as athletes, as wrestlers cutting weight, you can get in your regular food. But in this case, studies have shown that a very specific supplement, magnesium, has been shown to help decrease bloating, to help decrease water retention, and also help with certain symptoms of PMS. So if you have mood swings or irritability, it can in some cases help that as well. But the main thing that we want to focus on is counteracting that bloating and that water weight gain. So as for how much magnesium you need, it's always an individualized process, unfortunately. When I work with wrestlers in my program, I show you guys exactly how to calculate how much you need. It's based on your age, your height, your weight, your current electrolyte needs, but definitely would recommend getting some kind of supplement. Reach out to your doctor, see what he recommends. If you're someone working with me, reach out to me directly. I'll make some recommendations and we'll go from there. But that is step 2, is a magnesium supplement. Step 3 is going to be following a low sodium diet and also making sure that you are getting in the right amount of water during your period. So low sodium in general is going to help reduce bloating. It's going to help reduce that water retention. This is something that I always recommend to wrestlers, regardless of if they're male, female, period, no period. This is going to help release water weight from the body, and that is what we want. The second part of that sometimes sounds a little counterintuitive, is not decreasing your water intake, and in some cases even increasing it the few days before your weigh-in. The reason why is because the less water that your body gets on a regular basis, the more likely it actually is to hold on to additional water weight. So The more water we drink and the proper amount that we drink regularly, the more your body is going to feel comfortable with it and it's going to release it. So don't restrict your water before a weigh-in. I know it's probably the opposite of what you're used to, but you're actually making your weigh-ins harder. So those are the 3 steps that I always recommend to wrestlers. Obviously, step 4 and beyond is actually having a high performance weight cut, learning which foods are going to naturally flush water weight out of your body, and having a proper hyperhydration plan. Because when we do this is what allows wrestlers to drop that 10 or even 15 pounds in 24 hours while eating and drinking more. So hopefully, if you are a female wrestler, these tips helped. Highly recommend trying some of these before your next weigh-in, especially if you're someone that can normally make weight but you struggle around your period. I think this is really gonna help you guys. It's a good starting point. As usual, if you would like to learn how to have a high performance weight cut, I highly recommend checking out the free training that I have hosted on how to do just that. You can find that training at nutritiononthemat.com/training. So again, that is nutritiononthemat.com/training. If you would like more tips on how to improve your wrestling performance and how to cut weight in a healthy and energizing way, please subscribe below. Love hearing from you guys. If you have any questions, post them below as well. And yeah, that's it for this video. So until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.